Hey everybody. So it's October 2nd, and I've noticed that a lot of people online are doing Vloctober, and I think that'd be a great idea for me to do. Get a little bit more experience in front of the camera and say the things that I want to say with no script at all and just kind of go with it and see what happens. I think that'd be a great idea. I think I'm going to try it. I'm actually headed to my mom's house. I go hang out with her on Fridays, do random things here and there. It's a fun time. I've got supper with my grandmother, Scott's mom. Yeah, so that ought to be interesting and fun. She's going to cook for us for, I think, spaghetti maybe? Should be good. So yeah, I guess it's kind of a hard thing to do, to have a vlog today without mentioning something about the shooting at the community college, I guess yesterday. And then I guess instead of talking about that, which I don't really know a lot about yet because it's happened so quickly that not a lot of information has come out, I will say something about the nature of the communication and, that always ends up happening after these things, and it's usually a giant, ugly mess of things. And it's always frustrating to watch and listen to because there are no issues in America at the moment that are simple issues. There are no issues in America right now that are one answer problems. The gun violence problem in America is not something as simple as, oh, ban guns and all of it goes away. That's ridiculous. And I don't know if anyone even remotely into power or in power is even suggesting that. And on the other side, more guns, how is that even close to a rational answer? I mean, we have other examples of countries in the world with less guns, and they have less gun crime. I mean, in America, in 2013, there were like 41,000 suicides. I think that's right. And half of them were done with guns. Now, clearly, a lot of those people would have killed themselves no matter what. But a lot of them, the reason they used a gun was because it's quick and pretty simple. Suicide is never simple, and suicide is never the answer. If you ever find yourself thinking about those things, find help, and I'll put helplines, and I'll put an address on web address online to a place to get help. But reduced access to guns would reduce that number. It also reduced the number of accidents by guns. I mean, those things should stand to reason. Common sense gun control legislation, like better background checks, closing the loopholes at gun shows, trying to figure out something to do with mental health, even though that one's a rough one. It's really, really complicated and probably very, very, very expensive. It's just, some of these things are so clearly obvious, and yet we're not doing them because, who knows? Because some people in power, NRA for example, think that any gun legislation at all is wrong. I don't get it. I mean, I fully support the Second Amendment, the right to keep and bear arms. I think it's a very good thing that other countries and even our own police forces have to deal with the fact that people in homes, that our citizenry is armed. You can't just go and do whatever you want to, because the person on the other side of that door, or the person you may be messing with on the street, might have a gun. And those weapons are incredible force multipliers, and that can be very beneficial in some instances. But in a lot of other instances, it's a dangerous, pointlessly dangerous thing. And so, when we talk about these things as if they were simple solutions, more guns, less guns, they're not. And even our comment about politicizing or not politicizing usually is stupid. Like, the people who actually make policy, that's their job. I mean, they are politicians. Their job is to take the situations in the state and try to use them to learn something to improve the state. And I don't care who you are. If you think that school shootings or mass shootings are something that is okay, you really need to reevaluate your priorities related to all these things. Because if you have to put gun ownership versus the lives, your particular gun ownership against the lives of, like, actual people, come on. Now, clearly it's not that simple, but, jeez. But, anyway, yeah, no simple answers. And we need to stop having conversations like they are simple answers. And stop talking about our fellow Americans and their potential solutions as if they're freaking crazy or evil. Especially when the people are pushing forward common sense gun control. It's one thing to say that Obama's pushing for, like the common sense gun control like I've talked about, and then to say that he's trying to take away guns. Because if you paid attention to him at all, you would know that he's never done that. He's never even suggested that. So there's a lot of misrepresentation. And the only way to solve this is to have better, more factual, more honest discussions about this in the political and in the communal social sphere. But if all it is like tribalistic, us versus them, lying and straw man crap, we're never going to get anywhere. And honestly, half the time I think that's exactly what happens. Is that some people don't want a real confrontation or a real communication about these issues, and so they just blabber a bunch of nonsense and make governing impossible by not actually doing any work, by threatening to shut down the government because the other side didn't do exactly what they wanted. It's childish and stupid, and we as an American people deserve way better, and we as an American people deserve way better than for our country to be the only country in the developed world that has this particular problem. It's pathetic. And if we're going to say that we're the best country in the world, we've got to do better than that. Anyway, I'm almost to my mom's house, and I'm filming in a car in the city limits of Amarillo, which I'm pretty sure is illegal. So, yeah. I'm going to turn this off. And I will see y'all guys tomorrow, I guess. Peace. Don't kill yourself to live. See ya.